Well, I think we're live now.
Now?
Yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome to the PRL season finale title deciding race. I'm so hyped for this race, and after 19 rounds, just 4 points separates our two contenders. And I'm delighted to say I will be joined by Cliffy to commentate this race. Would you like to say hello?
Hello everyone. Yeah, I mean, as Smithy said, Smithy's told me the basics of the situation at hand, and I'm really excited, and this is the first time I'm here, so I wish I could have been here sooner, but, you know, I'd rather be here for the finale than anything else.
Yeah, I'm excited. Could you send me the link for the stream? It seems like everyone wants the stream.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm copying the link now, and I'm going to send it now.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, from what you
said. Oh no,
yeah.
Someone's linked it. Someone's found it.
Oh,
I don't know how they found
Jesus.
it, but they found your channel.
Well, I'll send it to you anyway, just in case. But yeah, it's there anyway.
Yeah, I'll send it in the chat. Oof. Right, I think the race will start at 7:10. I think we might be waiting for one driver. And a quick rundown. The key battles are obviously the title battle, 4 points between Decky and Kara. And then we have a battle for third in the Drivers' Championship between Mitch Emery, or PRL Mitch as he is in this lobby, and Neo. And Neo has, I think, a 4-point lead on him. And then further down we have the battle for the best Irish driver between Gary Donegan and F1 Racer, who unfortunately isn't here at the moment, but he might join us. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a fantastic finale. Just going to sort of look in the chat, and we've got PRL Gary saying Team Decky. We've got Matt who's saying Team Kara. So I mean, it's very split at the minute. I for one don't know who I want to win. As Smithy's told me, both these drivers have raced incredibly well the whole entire season.
Oh, it says I'm not in the lobby. What the hell?
But wait.
Let me try and join again. What the?
Yeah, you're not in.
Could you drop us an invite?
Yes.
That's so weird. I was just scrolling through the list and it just said it was me only.
Yeah, your mic did cut out, but I thought you muted your mic.
Oh, so, maybe I lagged a little.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I hope I'm not lagging. Not be good.
Got Flair in the chat saying that Team Decky, we need a German world champ.
Oh, it's gonna be tight. I don't know who's gonna win.
I don't know, man. I don't know. If you don't know, then I don't know.
It's so hard to tell because Kara's usually faster, but Decky just has this ability to just pull it out of nowhere. So I've absolutely no idea who's gonna win. 2 minutes till it starts. I've never seen Decky nervous before, but I can confirm he was actually nervous before this race.
I would be as well, to be fair. I mean, last race of the season, you sort of done battle with someone who isn't exactly a slouch when it comes to racing in F1. So, I mean, I'd be pretty nervous myself.
Oh, it's going to be close. Do you know what sort of strategies are fast around here? 2-stop, 1-stop?
I know an undercut round here is very, very good round here. So if people start on ultras and they pit early, they're more than likely going to get a hell of an undercut on the guys who stay out for longer. Maybe try and go maybe ultras supers, or you know, the ones who pit early will go ultras and then softs.
I guess the 1-stop would be ultras supers, or would it be ultras soft?
I'd say ultra soft, just because for later on in the race.
You get that consistency.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like people are beginning to ready up. Lewis is in the lobby. I didn't know he was racing this race. good race to join, I guess, to be fair.
Yeah, he's just asked in the chat what car he's meant to be in, so I don't know whether you know the answer to that.
It can be any car, really. He can go in the Red Bull if he wants, the Williams. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. So, Louis, if you're watching the stream and you heard that, go any car, that's free, mate. It's not really an issue. I think everyone who's meant to be here is here, so it's not really an issue.
I think so. Oof. I mean, wouldn't it be great though if it was decided on the last lap?
Oh, don't.
You just dream of stuff like that.
Let's just not do that, please.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm not even racing, and I'm excited.
I am too. Normally, I don't really get excited about commentating, but this sounds tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like we're going. Everyone's readying up. Oh, it's good to see a lot of 4 bars. Don't want lag to be deciding the title. That would be horrible.
Yeah, that would be definitely not the best way to end the season. But yeah, I mean, it's looking in the chat. I think Doom said a little bit further up, we need a second Spanish PRL champion. So I think in the chat it's pretty tired. Half the people want Carroll to win, half the people want Decky to win. Smithy, do you have a favourite, or are you just?
I mean,
you just want to see the
it's probably no surprise, but I'm gonna have to say Decky.
Yeah.
Not only because I know him better than Carroll, but I also think he deserves it more. He's raced less races. I still don't know how he's winning at this point in the championship, and I would class him, even though he's winning, I'd still class him as the underdog, because Carrot is just so fast, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So,
I have to agree with you.
Go on, Decky.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, I've watched a couple previous broadcasts and the lap times. Let's just say, I'm glad I'm commentating.
Oh, yeah, I think I'd probably be battling for about P12 if I was in this race.
Yeah, I think I'd be with you, mate, to be fair.
Oh, and here we go. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be dry, but you never know.
Yeah. Imagine if it's wet. Just imagine the scenes if it's full wets.
Okay, it's a dry quality by the looks of things.
At least, anyway.
Right, from the practice I've done before I decided I would be commentating, I think you really only get 2 runs. I think you do your first run, and by the time, because it's such a long lap, by the time you get back in, I think you only have time for 1 run. As I can see, Kara is already leaving the pits. He wants to get a lap in. Both Mercedes are leaving the pits on my screen.
Yeah. Sort of want to get on board with Kara.
Red Bull leaves the pits.
Obviously, for those that don't know that are in the stream, championship will be decided tonight between Kara and Decky. 4 points separates them. Decky winning at the minute. So let's hope these two can have a good battle on track.
Alright, let me try and get on board. Well, both Ferraris are out. We got a new driver, Simside Danger and Lewis. Both of them have not raced in PRL yet, so hopefully they both have clean races and do well.
I'm gonna say now about Louis, he is rapid. So
I've seen him on the time trials.
Yeah,
his name's always up there.
He is a mental. So hopefully, he could. Personally, I want him to be up there because obviously he's my friend. But
you know him, yeah.
Then again, I don't want him to be the deciding factor in the championship.
No, I've spoke to Harry before the race, and he knows he'll be up there unless he bottles it. She has a tendency to do, to be fair, but he really doesn't want to. Like, he wants to win, but he doesn't want to break a wing or anything, because it'd be such a horrible feeling if you lost one of them the championship, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Said about Harry by bottling. Louis again is a prime bottler, so I mean they got that in common.
He's on the super softs. Is that a good strategy to qualify on the super softs?
He's weird like that when it comes to strategies. he'll qualify outside the top 10, start on softs, and then you think he's out of it, and by the end of the race he's up there fighting for the win. So I don't know with him. I don't know.
Everyone's trying to get a bit of space for their laps.
Yeah. Gonna go.
Oh, Killer nearly just hit the back of someone. We're only on the outlap.
Gonna try and get on board with Decky.
Is Michael on a lap? He's going pretty fast.
Decky's holding up a Sauber and a Force India.
Oh, Michael's on a lap. Michael's on a lap.
Okay, let's go on board with Michael then. I know Michael from other leagues. I know he owns ERL, I think it is, and
yeah,
I do believe he is a two-time champion there, so he's no stranger to being a part of championship deciders. So let's hope he can get this lap right as he comes out towards the end of sector 2. Looks like a clean lap so far from Michael.
Yeah, I'll check his sector time.
Yeah, this comes now into the tight, twisty start of sector 3, and yeah, nailed it.
Oh, he's on a good lap. He is on a good lap.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice middle sector.
Obviously, I've done no practice, so I don't know what times are good and what times are bad, so I'm just going to stay on board with Michael.
I've seen Cara do a 35.5, and a lot of drivers have been in the 35s.
So Michael went wide,
also on the lap.
coming into sector 3. I don't know whether it's got invalid or not. He is carrying on as he comes.
One thing about this track, the track limits are so, like, easy. Like, you can track extend a lot everywhere. You can cut, you can track extend. As we have a 36.3 from a 35.8 already. Neo showing that age does not matter when it comes to driving on an F1 game. Cara 36.2, that's not a bad banker lap for the guy who's contending for the title this race.
Yeah, let's go back
All
with
eyes
Decky.
on Decky.
Yeah, as he comes to the final corner. I don't know whether this has been a good lap or not.
Apex.
Ooh, a little bit scrubbing on exit as he goes 4th.
Oh, that's not a good lap.
Ah.
That is not a good lap. He was feeling it. I can tell you now. Cara at 36.2, I thought he'd be a little... Neo, that must have been a very good lap for him. I've never seen someone do a 35 that early on.
That is crazy.
Wowzers. That is ridiculous. Have we got anyone else out on a lap? Killer's on a lap. Let's have a look at his first sector. It's horrendous, so we won't follow the rest of his lap. Harry with the weirdest helmet I've ever seen. Jesus.
Keep an eye on Louis. He's going for another lap on supers. So if he
is he just getting his eye in maybe, or
I think he might have got invalid this lap. I think he might have got invalid sector 1.
Yeah, I think he has. I just checked.
So
yeah, he invalidated.
Yeah, he will pit. And he'll have to start on ultras now. There's no way he'll go out on the same set of supers. No way. If he does, he's a madman.
Falcon's giving it a lot of gusto as he slides through that corner. And he's in the grass.
Oh, he's kept it though.
Saved it.
Managed to not hit the wall.
Anti-lock brakes coming in a treat there.
Yeah, definitely.
He's gonna have to get out of the way if a car's on his lap behind him.
Yeah. But yeah, I caught that just in time, as you said, with Falcon. Spinning.
That was a nasty snap. I'm not sure what settings you drive on, but I've been doing no traction recently. That corner, you can just lose the car on. It's weird. Because it's not a difficult corner, but then sometimes you put the power down and the car just goes. And I know a couple of other drivers have been struggling on that corner as well.
Yeah, I mean, I run medium, so I guess I'm no help. Wait, Louis going for another lap. So with everyone in the pits, I think he is.
I guess. Is he going to try? I mean, surely he's giving his tyres unnecessary amounts of tyre wear.
Yeah, definitely. I would have thought so, but nonetheless, his fault that maybe the supers are the right tyre. As he comes through the end to sector 1. Looked very clean from
the hairpin
broadcast view.
Obviously this track got a huge straight. It's got a few straights. Do you think overtaking should be quite straightforward on this track, or do you think
Yeah,
it might be a bit harder than it seems?
The two DRS straights are obviously going to be the main overtaking points, as we've seen in previous Abu Dhabi races.
Yeah.
So, obviously, if you can get the move done, then fair enough. But if you can't get the move done in this second DRS straight, then you're going to be in trouble because you're going to be behind a car who, let's say, you're quicker than, and then all it takes is one little tap, wing damage, and then your race is pretty much over because safety car is off. Because
I mean, as Louis comes through this section here, in previous league races have hit cars at that corner because it just kind of hit. You come through this flat right-hander, and if the car's in front of you, your braking distance is increased by a surprising amount, actually. So, yeah, that could catch a lot of drivers out on lap 1. Because obviously you've got that chain effect where car ahead of you's braking earlier, you have to brake earlier.
Yeah, Louis is in the pits.
He's on an out lap. He must have enough fuel for 2 laps.
Yeah,
he's not needing anything. He's got 3.3 laps of fuel. As Neo, the current pole sitter, leaves the pits with enough fuel for 1 lap by the looks of things. Decky clearly going to wait to the latest possible time.
So now, if you was Kara in this situation, you knew that you've obviously seen the standings right now. You know that Decky's in 4th, and you've obviously got the upper hand at the minute. Now, how would you feel going on your out lap, knowing that you sort of had to nail this lap?
I'd be at ease, if I'm honest. Like, I know Kara, he's not great under pressure from previous races this season, but having seen his title rival be half a second slower on the first lap, I'd be pretty relaxed going into this lap. I mean, I wouldn't, but you'd be much more relaxed than if Decky was ahead of you at this point.
Yeah.
So I think he's in a good position. I think he could nail this lap.
Yeah, gonna stay with Kara then as he starts his lap. Weaves coming into the last corner, warming up the tyres, back end squirming out a little bit as he comes across the line to start his flying lap. He has got enough fuel and time for 2 runs as there's cars actually coming out the pits as Kara's on his lap, so these cars will have to move out the way very, very sharpish if he wants to actually nail his lap, and them cars don't want to get involved. And that was a Ferrari there, and a Force India, and another Force India, so
his lap looks tidy at the moment.
Okay, good.
A bit wide there, but that might gain him a bit of time on the exit of the corner.
Yeah.
And now, on this long straight, he's going to be thinking about the sharp braking zone. You can lose a surprising amount of time at this next chicane, so he's got to go for it.
Neo's just started his fun up as well.
Nicely.
So we'll keep it 1 hour on Neo.
Apex. Let me check his first sector time.
As there's a McLaren as well up ahead, so all these guys will have to move out of the way.
Decent first sector time, nothing special though. So let's look at his second sector.
This is a good
camera
angle.
He's up on his previous lap. He is up on his previous lap, but not by much.
He goes a little bit wide. Ooh, I don't know if that would have gained him time or not.
Yellow's in sector 3. I hope no one's in his way.
Still got Neo on a lap. Decky has... Is he on a lap?
No, yeah, I think he's on his out lap.
Okay, so we've got Kara there in the first person, I do believe, to cross the line out of Decky.
It looks good.
It looks very good, but can he improve and sneak pole from
Can
Neo?
He get pole?
He does.
He takes pole.
35.7.
It's a .797, and he's going for another.
Yeah.
He's not risking anything.
Yeah. All eyes are now on Decky. He knows he has to nail this lap. If he doesn't nail this lap, then the championship could be over for him. But
there's so much pressure on him. So much pressure on him.
Yeah, and
he's
Neo's
just seen
as well.
Purple writing flash across his screen with his title rival's name.
Yeah.
And his lap looks tidy to me so far.
Yeah, I'm actually on board with him. So.
Oh, go on, Decky. Show him what you got.
I mean, this isn't biased at all, but
Kara could also improve though.
Yeah.
He's down by 1,000th of a second the first.
I believe him and Decky are actually on the same bit of track. I do believe
they are close together on track.
I think Kara's going to cross the line third, and I believe Carrier's retired. So all eyes go to this man, Decky. What can he do?
His middle sector is very, very good. This could be pole.
Let's stay on board with Decky then. Let's get rid of all of the standings. Let's see what Decky can do as he comes into the third sector now.
Oh,
a little bit.
That was a very squirmy drive. His teammate just gets out the way.
Curb helping him there. Got to broadcast view as he comes into the final couple of corners. Can Decky sneak pole of Kara and put?
It's going to be close!
Oh, it's
not as close as I thought. I think he's bottled the last sector.
Yeah.
I think he's bottled it quite bad. He has really messed up his last sector.
Yeah.
He has lost 4/10 to Kara in the last sector. He was up on Kara's lap by 3/10 until that sector.
Wow.
Decky will be kicking himself. Absolutely kicking himself.
Yeah, but you know, it's not game over, is it, for Decky? He's starting P3.
It's not game over.
If he can maybe sneak...
P3? Is he on the left side of the track or the right side?
I believe he's on the outside.
Yeah, I think he's on the outside to turn on.
So if he can get a good start on Neo, and you know, as you said, this is purely between Decky and Carroll, so Decky will want to get the move done as soon as possible into turn one. But I don't know.
I mean, your friend Lewis had a brilliant qualifying down in 16.
Yes, I told you.
Maxi with a great showing in 17.
16th and 17th.
I mean, very importantly, I'm not sure if this is deliberate, so he can go on the opposite strategy, but Kara's teammate is 15th. So he's not going to be able to help him from there unless he does starts on the harder tyre and can hopefully get in front of Decky after pit stops.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be so intense. Oh, I need the toilet. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, go on. I'm going to talk about the chat anyway while you go to the toilet. So we've got Louis in the chat who says, I had to go in between two cars in the triple left-hander. So that's unlucky for you, Louis. Then we've got Matt, who is absolutely ecstatic that Kara's got pole, but he got a field with Decky messing up sector 3. It was a very, very lucky pole for Kara. As you can see, the final standings at the end of qualifying, Kara takes pole position, so that's part 1 done for him. Then we've got Neo in second, Decky in third. He won't be too disappointed with third after being up on Kara's ladder. Then we've got Falcon in fourth and Michael in fifth. Now these two are very, very feisty when they're together on track, so let's hope they can put on a good show for us. Then we've got Dear Agony in sixth, Own HVB in seventh, Haribo in eighth, Sims Danger in eighth, and I missed the rest of the top 10. But the most important thing that people need to know is that Kara is currently got the upper hand over Decky, so let's hope that both these guys can put on a good show. As Smithy returns from his quick toilet break, he's ready. I'm ready.
I was so nervous. Right, I think we have the formation lap to spectate.
Ooh,
God knows they're going to be high.
Yeah. This is very,
I think we
very
have the
tense.
formation lap to spectate.
Let's hope. We've got 20 seconds until we find out.
I mean, so Cliffy, put yourself in Decky's situation. You're in third on the grid. What are you doing on lap 1? What's your mindset going into this lap?
I think it would all depend on my start. If I get a better start than Neo, then I'll be alright. But if I don't, then obviously you're gonna have to stay behind, which, you know, that would allow Kara to then get away. But it all depends on Kara's start. Kara could get an awful start, and Neo could overtake him, and then all eyes are on Decky in P3, whether he can take advantage. Yeah. So anything can happen off the start. So I think it all depends on the start for these guys, especially in the top 5, top 6, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we don't get DRS until lap 3, but it's going to be interesting to see when he chooses to overtake. I mean, I think Decky could use Neo to his advantage here. I know Decky will want to pass Neo, no matter what, but Neo is very fast, and if those two avoid battling, they could definitely tag along with Kara, I think. But Kara is phenomenal when he starts from pole. He's very much like Hamilton. When he's on pole and gets a little gap to the cars behind, he's brilliant at just pulling away, lap after lap after lap. Kara struggles a bit more when he has to come through traffic.
Ah, right, okay.
Might be very nervous, so it might not be the same as usual.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, importantly, or not importantly, but to note, Kara's teammate is on the ultra soft, so he's not going to be on the opposite strategy to them, so I don't think he'll play a factor in holding up Decky unless he goes on the 2-stop, or 1-stop as it would be, I guess.
Yeah, and
he's got Haribo on super softs.
Yeah, I was just about to mention Haribo. I thought he would qualified on the ultras, but obviously he feels that supers are the better tyre to go on, as we've got.
Do you think that could pay off for him?
If he can get a clean start, maybe make up 1 or 2 positions, then definitely, because after a few laps, them ultras are going to go off, and they're going to go off pretty quick. So it might be all out from Haribo. So you know, and Louis as well. He's in 16th, but he's actually on the supers. I thought he'd be on the softs, because that's the type of strategy Louis does, but I'm surprised at that. But anyway, enough about Louis and the tyres. It's all about the start of this race.
If you want to take us through the start.
Oh God.
Back in the day, you used to be the start guy. It was never me.
It's been my pleasure.
As Maxi gets into his grid slot. Oh, I'm so excited.
What is this camera angle?
Mine's pretty nice.
Mine's
really
okay. There you
back,
go.
right?
Yeah, mine. Yeah. 5 red lights and lights out, and I think actually Neo's actually got a bad start, and Decky's actually in P2 before turn 1. Falcon's actually moved up to 3rd, but Kara keeps the lead, and Decky is now in P2. So as I said to Smithy, Neo got a very bad start. And
he
now
does
Decky
get very bad starts. Decky is in dreamland right now, up into 2nd, as Agony has already retired. I don't know what's happened to him.
Yeah, but Neo...
I'll look back through the field. Neo is in 5th place as he puts it down the inside of Michelangelo. Michelangelo gets a good drive out the corner and takes 4th place, as we've got Owen in 6th place. This is a very good position for him. Harry has made up 1 place in 7th. He's looking punishingly good on those super softs so far, as we've got Karen in 8th, our new driver Simside Danger in 9th, and Gary rounding out the top 10. Mitch, Kara's teammate, is already in 11th. What? As he has
contact.
A little spin. Oh, that was close. Heart and mouth as Lewis is bearing down on him. This is quite a battle back here.
I'm going to get on board with this, because the gap between Decky and Kara is half a second, so it's not really worth
take us through that.
Going on board. But I see, if you saw, I think a Sauber there, and I'm just seeing cars everywhere, and Louis is sort of in the middle of it all, and you know, I don't know where to look. You've got Maxi behind Louis who's just trying to keep it clean. Then we've got Mitch, Kara's teammate, who, as you said, ain't going to be able to help him out this race, so this is going to be a dogfight between Decky and Kara, but the gap is now 8/10, so as you said, Smithy, when Kara gets a little bit of a gap, he does just disappear, and it looks like he's doing that already.
I mean, Decky is already losing a bit of time to him. At this point, Kara must have had a warning that lap if Decky's had fastest lap. So obviously penalties could come into play here, but I think if Decky is dropping off too much, I think he will switch to the 1-stop strategy and pray that Kara does a 2-stop. And that way at least Kara will come out behind him in theory, and he has at least a fight on. Because by the looks of things, Decky does not have the pace to keep up with Kara, and surely Kara, as the race goes on, he sees that delta to Decky getting bigger and bigger. He is going to be getting faster and faster, more confident and more confident.
Yes, and going back to Haribo, as I said, if he can make up a couple places and be up into 6th place, he must be watching the broadcast because he's in 6th place and it is only lap 2. So he's got a bit of buffer as well in front and behind. So he's in prime position to get a really good result here. If he can maybe catch the guys ahead, obviously you've got Neo ahead.
We've got Simside Danger shaping up a move on the outside of Karad. Can he do it into the start of Sector 3? Karad defends well, Simside backs out of it. Brilliant driving from both of them, nice and clean. Both new drivers to PRL and great additions to the grid. As we have Mitch, will he pull a move on Gary into the tight right hand, and no, he thinks better of it. As the real losers of this was Neo, who went from 2nd on the grid to 5th. A horrific start.
Yeah, and obviously Agony retiring as well. Obviously he's the biggest loser. Obviously he can't race. And we've got Mitch going down the inside of Gary, but Gary manages to defend nicely from Mitch. So go on to lap 3, and Kara, as you said, Sniffy, is just finding pace and is sort of leaving Decky for dust at the minute. But as you said, if he can get an undercut on him in the pit stop stage, then we could see these two going for an almighty battle.
I mean, Falcon's got a big role to play in this. He's within DRS, and if he battles with Decky, Decky can say bye-bye to this title if he's held up anymore, because he's already losing about half a second a lap.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know where Decky's going to find this time, because if Kara wins this race, he will be crowned PRL Season 15 champion.
Yeah, and I'm on board with Falcon now, and he's catching a hell of a lot with DRS and Slipstream. So if Falcon can stay with Decky through the 3rd sector, then we could definitely see a fight for P2, which is not, you know, what we want to see. We sort of want to see Decky and Kara going at it, but you know, Kara's obviously got superior pace at this stage of the race, but we never know towards the end of the race. Kara's pace could disappear.
Already picks up a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
That is not good, and I know from Mexico, I think... what has just happened to Louis? Whoa, I don't know what just happened on my screen.
My God, I saw him go straight on. I don't know whether he might have got a little bit of a tap.
Lag something. I was on board with him, and something hit him from the back, and he just went straight on. It was as if someone lagged into him.
No doubt.
I'd be interested to see if he could comment in the comments to say what had happened. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
As Decky is already 2 seconds behind Kara.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Because Decky is no slouch.
He is not. Kara is absurd at this game. He's an alien.
And he's making light work.
He's managed to keep Falcon behind so far. We got a nice train back to 5th place, all within DRS of each other.
Then we've got Harry Rowe in 6th, sort of in a world of his own really. 1.9 the gap to Neo, and then further 3.8 back to.
Oh, that's not good for Falcon. 5-second stop-go penalty.
Oh, and he's lost a place to Decky again. So I think maybe.
I think he made a move on Decky?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. All I saw was Decky go back past, so I don't know what's happened, but
Decky's gained a lot on Harry.
Yeah.
I mean, on Harry, on Kara.
Yeah.
Gained about 4/10 there.
So whether Kara's pressure's getting to him.
Kara panicking.
Go on board with him through sector 3, back end swerving. As we know, Kara running no TC, and Decky, who is on medium, so you'd feel that Decky's already at a disadvantage there, but Decky wouldn't be leading the championship otherwise if he did have some pace.
To Own HVB was battling with Carradine Simsai in 7th and 8th, and he's now 14th. I have no idea what happened to him. It doesn't look like he's got damage, but maybe he was involved in the Louis incident.
Yeah, Louis just wrote in the chat as well that it was lag. He says someone's lag just took me out. I don't know if it was behind or in front, so I think it might have been from behind.
I don't know who was near him on track. I think it was Killer Blue, but on my screen no one's lagging at the moment, so I've no idea what that could have been.
Yeah, and we've got now Decky, who is now 3.8.
Decky's 3.8.
What is going
when did that
on?
happen?
And we've got actually Falcon and Michael and Neo starting to catch Decky now. So if Decky needs to get the pedal down and try and catch Kara, who at this point is looking quite comfy to take the championship, but as we know, the race
How did Kara just pull a second in a lap?
No idea. I think Decky's asking the same thing.
I
know I would be.
Missed an instant. As
I
we got
don't know.
Maxi right on the gearbox of Gary, both on
He's going to go for a move.
Will he pull it into this right hand? He goes down the inside. Respectful driving from both of them, but Gary holds around the outside and maintains the position. Maxi maybe getting a bit frustrated down in 11th, not where you're used to seeing his name, that's for sure.
Well, oh no, I'm joking. No, Max has definitely improved over the last couple of weeks that I've been racing with him. So
does Decky have damage? Why is he so slow right now?
Decky does not have damage, but
he doesn't look like he has damage, but he's driving like he has damage.
Yeah, Falcon and Michael are now right behind Decky, as we've got yellows in sector 1. Who is that? I don't know, but we're going to get on board with Falcon, who is now within touching distance of overtaking Decky and potentially upsetting Decky's night even more. But all this like Falcon got a bit of hit the curb a little bit, so this is Decky's chance.
Michael's going to be in a good place, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Michael really not got the straight line speed. It's interesting, Decky is hardly overfueled his car, whereas Michael and Falcon are both 4 laps over fuel, so they've got a lot of fuel to get through.
Yeah,
so we've got Simside Danger going down the outside. He's tried this once before. Will he get any more lucky? He sticks it around the outside. There's contact.
Oh, there's a Mercedes there. That's Mitch.
Keeps a position, and who's that? That's Mitch down the inside. He's going to say thank you very much to both positions.
Then we've got Max as well. Max wants to get involved in this as well. And Max is going to go round the outside with Renault. Oh, he's lost it!
Maxi!
Oh, Max!
Maxi, that was not good. What was that?
That was being too ambitious, I think, from Max there. Very ambitious.
He's just given wing damage to our new driver who was having a brilliant race up to that point.
Yeah, and just to note, Decky is in the pits. So Decky has chosen to pit. And that now promotes Falcon into 2nd and Michael into 3rd, and this is the more or less battle on track now for 2nd place. As we know, Falcon and Michael are very, very close friends, so no doubt they've got respect for each other. But from what I've seen, when these two get together on track, it is feisty as all hell, as Michael looks like he's got a much better run than Falcon. Falcon automatically going defensive from Michael. Michael looks like he's just going to sweep around his outside. Thank you very much. And easy move by Michael there.
Those two could start slipstreaming each other. This is where the Ultrasofts start to wear off. Is Kara going to pit to cover off Decky's pit? I mean, he could stay at another lap. I mean, you said the undercut was big, but Decky was 4 seconds behind when the pits came. I mean, Kara could stretch these Ultrasofts a bit more if he wanted to. As Falcon now has 8 seconds worth of penalties. That is not good by lap 7. So he nearly spins it out of that corner.
He did the same in quali, so he's not going to let that corner anytime soon. So he's going to be very wary the next couple of laps he goes through there, as Michael looks like he's got a bit of an advantage over Falcon, and it looks like he's actually closing the gap a bit to Kara. And Kara does decide to pit and cover off.
Decky has got traffic at the moment. Kara, I think will jump all 3 of these
they're taking their
cars.
time in the pits with Kara. I think. Wait, did
he have a
Mitch
stop
pit?
and go?
No, Mitch is not on my screen. They just sort of stood there and didn't see to Kara. Decky's got past.
From nowhere on the screen. Has Decky got through?
Decky's got past him because of it.
What?
So Decky now is in prime position here now.
If he had a stop and go.
So I don't know, but Decky looks like he's gonna make the move.
He had a penalty and a warning. I think he had a stop and go because he has not got 3 warnings.
And Decky.
Oh, this has just made it.
So this has now made it even better now for us as commentary now heats up and Decky is now getting through the traffic and now.
As Killer says, I'm not going to affect this championship battle. That is very nice of him. I think I'd be inclined to do the same.
Yeah. It's all about how fast Kara can close the gap to Decky now. He's lost out 3 seconds now to Decky. So now
Kara struggles with getting past cars. He really needs to pull it out now.
Yeah.
As Falcon picks up another 3-second penalty.
Falcon is actually spun. The Falcon's in the wall. I caught the last little bits of that, but Falcon was in the wall. He's got no front wing, and Neo put himself up into 2nd place. And Haribo is in 3rd place and right behind Neo. So these Supersofts, as I said, towards the end of the Ultra stint, these Supersofts will be OP as all hell, and we've seen it here with Haribo.
As Decky gets past YHYY and he says, "You can go off the track. I need this position."
Yeah. Decky knows now. He'll see Kara behind him, and he knows he has to push now. As he's now got to get past PRL.
Oh, there's yellows in sector 3. What is that? Falcon's retired.
Out. Yeah, he had no front wing.
Falcon's retired.
As Neo pits for soft, so that should be Neo's only pit stop of the day. It'd be interesting to see what Michael does in terms of strategy.
I'm going to say now, I don't think it's a coincidence that Kara's teammate has stayed out on the Supersofts, as he is the car ahead of Decky.
Oh.
And Kara sitting about 4 seconds behind Decky. Maybe a bit less, but Mitch could help him out a ton.
Wow. Yeah,
just
definitely.
by going through lean in that last sector.
Definitely. And again, a bit of a side note, Haribo is catching Michael now on them Supersofts. So Haribo and even Michelangelo can still affect the championship standings. So it's not over yet.
Mitch is definitely going to hold him up. He's missing his apexes left, right.
We've got Kara. Sorry to interrupt you, Smith. We've got Kara and Killer Blue. Killer Blue wasn't so fortunate to let Kara pass as he was with Decky, and Kara almost spun from it, but luckily was able to keep his car and make the move stick. So now
Decky is behind Kara's teammate. I'm sure
and Kara's got a penalty.
Teammate is going to be braking extra early. Kara, that is not good for him. Decky stays behind Mitch for this lap.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
Mitch can play a huge factor in this battle right now. How long can he hold Decky up? There's obviously a big DRS straight. Decky and lean. He's happy to stay behind for this last sector. Mitch is pitted! What? That is not helping his teammate at all. That was his chance to hold up Decky. I mean, Kara's not far behind Decky, and with 18 laps to go, this is definitely doable to catch. So he's got the Williams of YHYY and the Toro Rosso of Gary ahead of him. He needs to dispatch of these quickly without damage, of course. I don't want to get damage.
Very good run. Goes wide. Oh, I thought he lost the back end there. Looked like he lost it.
I mean, he might put a move down into this hairpin.
Yeah, he's going
to. Does. Down the inside. Nice and clean. YHYY gives him room. Gary panics, goes off the track.
Oh my god.
And Kara will say thank you for that. As Gary comes off YHYY, coming down into this corner. YHYY gonna go down the outside. Can he pull it off? It doesn't look like it. Gary applies the squeeze. YHYY just gets through, and he's completed the move. It's Michelangelo's in the background on the soft tyres. He must be on the one stop, like the Red Bull driver Neo behind him. That is interesting to note. We have Simside Mitch trying to pull a move on Simside Danger. That is not going to work into that corner. As Maxi driving by his lonesome in 13th place, and Owen at the back in 14th. Oh, I need to catch my breath. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very interesting opening couple of laps. I mean, I was not expecting action like this for the finale, and it hasn't disappointed. And we're only on lap 11, so we've still got 17 laps to go. So
I think it's important to reflect at this point. Kara is 4.4 seconds behind Decky. He has a 3-second penalty. Well, let me check Decky's warnings. Is he close? Decky had 2 warnings in 1 lap. Decky is 1 warning away.
Oh.
Kara has had 4 warnings, so Decky looks like he will pick up a penalty at one point. It's all to play for. It is all to play for as Michael Angelo is coming to the back of Williams' driver, and he's going to probably make a nice simple DRS pass. Neo is going to be looking to capitalise on this as Michael opens the DRS, pulls to the left, nice and easy. That's how you like it.
Easy move, yep.
Neo obviously going to want to dispatch YY quickly as YY drives off track on the straight. That's an interesting line. He gets a penalty for it, which is a bit unfair.
Yeah.
Neo probably going to follow him through. Looks like YY does not want his race affected by this. Not in the same battle. Smart driving.
Yeah, definitely.
Who else have we got on track? Any more battles? Mitch in a land of his own. Simsai, Maxi and Owen all by themselves. Kara's not closing on Decky, Cliffy.
He's not. I was just about to say, we saw Kara get away. Maybe Kara now knows he's under pressure, knows that he has to try and maybe somehow close the gap. He knows he's quicker. You know, we saw at the start, he just sort of had a 3-second lead and...
Harry Pitts for softs.
Yeah, so Harry Bear will be one to look out for towards the end of this race without a doubt. It looks like he's actually going to come out.
Where's he going to come out?
Just behind. Oh my god, okay, never mind. He's going to come out just behind YHY, maybe? Just over a second behind, so again,
yeah.
Haribo...
It's close to Neo. They're all on the same tyre. Harry will have fresher tyres. We know he has a penalty, but so does Neo. I'm not sure about Michael at this point. Ex-Danny 420 is in his last race in Division 1 as he will be going to Division 2 next season, and he's having a good last race in 8th place, yet to pit. But not a bad position as we have... It's fair to say at the back of the... I mean, it's fair to say everywhere, it's kind of spread out a bit, particularly at the back.
Yeah.
All that battling, everyone's just out of energy. So we've got Harry pulling down the inside of YHYY again. YHYY doesn't make it difficult for him. Harry takes it through the chicane. Struggled quite a lot through that chicane, which is not a good sign for him. There's Kara still 4.5 seconds ahead. This gap is not changing at all. What would you do if you're Kara? Kara is burning fuel as well. He's on minus 0.3.
I think Kara might have a little bit of wing damage.
You think?
Yeah, I think we're not seeing it on the screen, but when he was overtaking Killer Blue, I think it was in the sail bar, he did hit his side pod pretty hard. So.
Then you reckon he's picked up some wing damage?
Yeah, I reckon it's light green, but as we know, light green, red, or whatever colour it is, you're going to get affected.
Yeah.
So I think maybe.
Which side of his wing was it? I'm assuming it was his right side.
Yeah, I think it was his right side. You can sort of see a little bit of it. I don't know if a little bit is missing or it might be some sort of visual glitch.
I mean, if he struggles on left-handed corners, that would be an indication that he has got wing damage. But this is a clockwise track. Yeah, an anti-clockwise track. So a lot of left-handers and not many right-handers.
Yeah.
As he's losing time on Decky.
Yeah,
I mean, surely if you're Kara, you're thinking, I need an undercut. I need to pit. I need an undercut.
If he has got wing damage, let's say for example he's got a lime green wing or whatever, and he needs to pit.
Yeah.
Pit maybe 14, 15, depending on if you can keep the gap. Go on another set of supers and then try and gain the time back in the undercut, because you'll gain it back anyway because he's no slouch. He's now got up to 5 seconds. So
would you change your wing if you were him?
Yeah, I would, because he's losing time.
He will lose 6 seconds if he changes his wing.
I'd do it.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is the stop and go that you saw him serve I'm sure that was not a justified stop and go. I'm sure there's a corner he got it on.
Yeah.
And he will be furious about that. And obviously that has cost him a lot, but that has happened to other drivers throughout the league, throughout the season, so you can't blame that. He's got to move on from that, and he's got to take this and work out what to do. Decky is surely cruise control right now. He's gaining time on his title rival.
Yeah,
both on the same strategy.
Got yellows in sector 3. Killer Blue has lost his wing. I don't know what happened with him, but he will pit and come out, and Max is...
Maybe it was with Max, he's lost his wheel.
He's binned it.
He's not going to be carrying on.
So, I personally think that Carroll's got wing damage, because the way he opened the gap at the start of the race, he was gone. He had 3 seconds in the first 3-4 laps. So
he might have wing damage. I think you're right. If you look at his front wing,
yeah,
PRL Mitchell. Actually, no, their wings are very similar. I mean, maybe you can't visually tell if it's light green, but Kara's losing time like no tomorrow. I think you could be right. I didn't see his collision, but if the first few laps were anything to go by,
he has the pace.
It seems odd how he's so much slower than Decky right now.
Yeah,
he's losing about 2/10 a lap.
Yeah, roughly. And at the start of the race, he, as you said, he's like Hamilton. If he gets pole, he's off, and he was. So
that stop and go did him no favours.
Yeah, that stop and go.
He is struggling round that corner.
Yeah,
he's got wing damage. A lot round that corner.
He's got wing damage.
He must have wing damage. That's always sad to see, especially if the car he got it on was letting him pass.
Yeah. Well, Killer Blue, as we saw, he let Decky pass, with ease.
Yes. Yeah.
And then when it comes to letting Cara pass, he sort of put up a fight. And as much as you want to see drivers fight, in this situation, I mean, would you let someone pass Smithy if you knew they were fighting for a championship, or would you try and...
I would not be involved with them at all. I'd say I'm favoured to Decky, but if Carroll was behind me, I wouldn't want to ruin his race. I would be letting him pass. Maybe I'd go defensive, but I wouldn't be defending too hard.
Yeah, and we have got a battle on track. Is PRL Mitch.
Karen and Mitch. I think right now Karen needs his teammate more than ever. I think his teammate has to stay out, sacrifice his own race, and hope that Decky comes out behind him.
Yeah. I think maybe that's what they're doing. I think that's what they're doing.
When Mitch pitted off Ultrasoft, I think he should have held Decky up a little.
Yo, what a move by Mitch. He went round the outside and fast right-hander. No, is it right? Yeah, right-hander. Yeah, it's a very good move from Mitch there. Very good move, and also fair play. Fair play to Danny for leaving the space, but now he's got carried. I didn't know how to say his name. Yeah, so carried now. Yeah, I'll just follow your lead.
I know. I think Carrad in 8th place right now. I think this is the best position he's had in the few races he's done in PRL.
Oh wow!
As Danny understeers wide, can he get the move done? Is he going to keep it behind here?
No, he's smart. He'll stay behind. Yeah.
Nice, intelligent driving. He's going to very close to the back of his car. Doesn't get the best exit onto that straight. He might have to wait another lap.
Yeah.
Any other battles on track?
Not
really.
The gap between Kara and Decky. 5.5.
It's just getting bigger, isn't it?
Yeah. Kara, he must have wing damage.
Has wing damage. Surely.
I don't know, he seems to be struggling. More so in this third sector, obviously more corners, so... It's 5.8 now.
Oh man. This is not what you want to see. Like, you want the closest battle possible.
Yeah.
And to see Decky driving away with it isn't your ideal finish. I'm sure Decky is happy as Larry, as Harry. picks up another time penalty. I think he now has 6 seconds penalties. Excuse me. Carrod's still behind Danny, battling for P7. Danny yet to pit. I'm not sure if you know when these tyres go off, Cliffy, but as he pits now.
He's pitting now, yeah. I think they go off now.
As Simside Danger, he was battling Carrod for 7th place prior to Maxi's ridiculous dive bomb, which was, I think, a mistake because Maxi's a very clean driver. But he's back into 8th place, so he will be happy, and obviously he does not have to pit again, whereas Carrod and Mitch ahead of them both have to pit again. I mean, you've got to be looking at Carrod's race isn't over. Decky pits. He's going to be behind Neo, Harry, and Michael.
Yeah, but will Carrot want to pit first and get the undercut? Or...
I think he has to pit first. I mean, Harry, Neo, and Michael, I don't think they're inclined to help Decky or Cara, so I think both will get the same treatment.
Yeah.
I know Michael and Decky don't quite see eye to eye, but Cara's really struggling. Decky pits. Surely Cara's going to come in the pits. No. Surely he's going to come into the pits. Why is he stayed out? He's just going to lose more and more time. Is the pressure getting to him? Who's he going to try the one-stop? Is he trying to make his tyres last? Is that why he's going slow?
That is a good shout. That is a good shout. I never thought of that. That is a very good shout.
I mean, if this strategy works, I'm giving him a pat on the back. Not physically, but fair play if this strategy works.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Cara's he isn't stupid. He wouldn't want to risk, championship race.
It doesn't look like he has wing damage. I know you saw the instant, but there's no... I mean, he obviously doesn't have yellow or orange, because you can see signs of that.
Yeah.
And unless we just got a bad view, but his wing looks identical to his teammates. I can't tell any difference to him. So
I really don't know.
Obviously, Michael, Neo, and Harry. I mean, Harry's a bit more out of it, but Michael, he's catching Cara, and as the race continues on, Cara's tyres will get worse, and Michael's will get, well, they won't get better, but the gap between them, there'll be this changeover point. Yeah. And Michael's tyres will be faster than Cara's tyres, as Michael takes out 2 tenths from Cara. I mean, if Cara pits, maybe
my head can't take this, it really can't.
I have no idea what's happened, but Decky came out ahead of Cara's teammate, so Cara's teammate definitely not helped him too much this race.
Yeah.
As Cara stays out, you've got to be thinking he's doing the one-stop on supers. Has he found a technique that Decky didn't find? As Decky is 5 seconds down on Harry. I know Decky and Harry get on well, so I'd like to think, from Decky's perspective, Harry will not make it difficult for him. Oh, this is going to be so intense. I don't know what Cara's doing. Is Cara going to go on ultra softs? Has he got wingers? Is he staying on supers?
I reckon he's going to do a one-stop.
I think surely he's doing a one-stop.
Because looking at his fuel mix, on the straights he's rich. In every corner, he's lean.
He's lean. Let's have a look, see if he's short shifting. Because if he's short shifting, it could be to save fuel, but it could also be to save the rear tyres. He didn't really short shift through there. Your guess is as good as mine. I've absolutely no idea what's going on. As Decky is cleaning up on those supers, takes out 7 tenths on Harry in the first half of the lap. Do we have any other battles on track? We have YHYY. Michael gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's his first one. YHYY is within a second of Gary. And Gary obviously going to, if he gets a point, he will beat his teammate and claim that reward of being the best Irish driver. It seems like Danger on his debut race in 7th. That's a great finishing for him if he can hold on to this. Obviously, Mitch has to pit ahead of him. So, well, actually, as we've seen with Karen, Mitch might not have to pit.
Well, he's stayed out.
On board with Michael, as he is well within a second, well within Darius. Kara's surely staying out. Decky sets fast snap at 30.
Decky's gonna do it. Decky's gonna do it.
You're making that prediction?
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Yeah, he's gonna do it. Decky's done it.
Let me check Kara's last lap. Decky just did a 38.8. Kara is in the 40.4s.
Yeah. Decky's
so
won.
There's about a 2-second gap. I don't think he has. I think Kara's won the race, unless Michael overtakes Kara. As Michael feints a move, Michael's just going to be faster and faster and faster. Decky's going to catch up, for sure, 100%. But
if Kara can keep Michael behind him, by the time Decky reaches Michael, then we are in for a fantastic finish.
This could be an incredible finale. I mean, at this point, if you're Kara, you've got wing damage, you've got high tire wear, whatever's happened, you're staying out. His only chance of beating Decky, claiming the title, staying out, whether his tyres go above that 80% threshold before you can get a puncher, you've just got to pray that Codemasters are liking you this race, because if he pits for Ultrasoft now, he's 100% lost. He's not overtaking Decky and all Harry, Neo and Michael, so it looks like he's staying out. He's saving fuel nicely. Michael right on his gearbox. What is Kara's defending like? Has he got the defending of a title-winning driver? Let's see how much he wants it. As Decky not closing as much as I thought. Has Decky thrown this away?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know, but Michael's running the outside. Oh, thinks better of it.
Defends this. Decky doesn't know it. I'm not sure if he can see it on track, but this will just be helping Decky.
Yeah.
As Kara swerving on the straight, he really wants this.
Mitch is pitted. Now I don't know whether he's got damage on his lap or whatever, but he's pitted for Ultrasoft, so maybe could see Mitch slide to the back of the field and maybe.
What, as a back mark, I hope he doesn't just sit at the back and wait. As we've got Simside Danger in 6th place, a great showing for him so far. As Decky is now within 7 seconds of our race leader, but Michael is right behind him. Decky currently has a lap extra fuel, whereas Kara has to save fuel. He needs to find us somewhere, short shifting, what have you.
If Kara pulls this off and he wins this race, I will forever respect him.
He deserves the title if he pulls this off. I mean, both drivers deserve the title. Ultimately, whatever angle you look at it, you could favour the others. Kara is arguably the fastest driver on PS4, and Decky has done immensely well to be leading the championship at this point, especially with less races.
Yeah.
But it's going to come down to the last 6 laps. Can Decky do it? I'm not sure he can. He's not gaining enough, and unless Michael wants to help Decky out.
Oh, Kara
gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that's huge.
6 seconds.
That is huge.
I think Decky's won then, actually.
Yeah.
Because Kara has to beat him by 3
Michael looking down the
points.
inside of Kara. It's coming to the hairpin. I can't see anything. Michael looks like he's got the move done, but Kara gets a magnificent exit.
Kara goes defensive. Michael, Neo and Harry all have 6 seconds, I think, and Kara. Decky doesn't have any. Decky's won this race if he stays as.
They're still side by side. Where's Kara?
Has Kara got
still
that on
there?
the exit? Down the inside.
Oh my god, this is fantastic action towards the end of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and Kara looks like he's got back past Michael. He has.
Good driving from both drivers.
Yeah. Oh, Michael.
Decky within 4.7 seconds of Kara. I mean, unless Decky gets wing damage or penalties, surely this is wrapped up. I completely forgot Kara had penalties as well as Michael, Neo and Harry.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, it's always a shame to see it decided on penalties, but that's how it has to happen. That's how it has to
consistency, man. When it comes to on-track penalties, consistency is what It's key as Haribo gets another penalty. I saw that from Decky's point of view actually, so that penalty was deserved.
We do actually have a lapped car in this train. I'm not sure who it is. It's it's Killer Blue. He's getting a great view of this battle. Oh, let's hope he didn't get in anyone's way.
Where's Mitch?
Is any other battles on track? Not really. We have Mitch closing on Gary.
Yeah.
Not much there. Danny is closing on Carrot, maybe.
Decky got past Haribo.
Did it look like an easy move?
Round the outside, I do
just
believe.
Past Gary. I don't know how that
So,
happened.
good move from
Mitch
Decky.
sets the fastest lap.
And now
Michael's
Michael,
through.
yeah, but Carroll's on the inside, he's going to break late. Falls Michael wide,
Carroll
Michael.
Does break very late, and he holds
And
that
Michael's
position.
got a much better run.
Back. His time's really come into play here. Michael round the outside,
Carroll's going to push him wide. This is fantastic racing from these two. Michael still round the outside.
Carrot leaves space.
Carroll pushes him wide. Oh, they touch.
Carrot cuts the corner and pushes him wide. They touch.
Neo's there as well, and so is the sub of Killer Blue, as you said, has got a fantastic view of these three fighting.
And Michael round the outside as Carrot just hits the back of Michael. He could have got wing damage there.
Oh, he's in the... Oh, wait. I think he just hit the wall.
Oh my god, I don't know who's winning at the moment. Carrot's still ahead.
Yeah, fantastic racing from both of these guys here. Michael trying to go round the outside, but Carrot sort of
and Decky, I can
wide.
see him in the back of Carrot's mirrors.
Oh, Killer Blue got out of the way there as well. So yeah, Decky's got it. Decky's got it.
Surely Decky's won this.
I'm
all
watching
the drivers
Decky's
ahead
point
of
of
him
view.
have penalties. All the drivers. I mean,
Decky's
if
got
Decky's
it.
checked this, or somehow knows, Decky's got this. He just needs to sit behind Neo the whole time.
Yeah, he's got it.
As Michael pulls to the outside, Carroll goes defensive again.
If you were Decky, would you want to win it? Would you want to win it on track?
It's not if I... Decky will want to win this on track.
Oh, and Carroll! Oh, that's it!
Oh, no!
Over!
That's it, over.
Championship over for Carroll.
Michael and Cara come to blows.
Wow.
It looks like a tangle of cards. Fortunately, I guess, who knows, a bad situation, I don't think it made a difference to the title.
Yeah, no, Decky had it.
Would have won this, as he had no penalties. I mean, he still hasn't won the race yet, but that... I mean, it would have been nice to see Decky get in there. Maybe Carroll was trying to back Decky up into other cars, and it would have been nice to see that carry on. That's a bit of a shame, but I guess we can turn our attention to some other battles, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the only other battle really is Neo and Decky.
So. Yeah, as Neo looked like he just completely cut a corner.
No, I think I broke himself, but yeah, I mean, we haven't really mentioned Neo that much since the pit stops.
No, he's always been there though. He's always been there.
So maybe Neo can pick up a win, but obviously with Decky on them very, very fresh super softs.
The Germans, Decky's won this. Harry proving that he doesn't bottle every race, even if he has got 9 seconds of penalties. Cara, a valiant effort as he carries on.
I want to stay. I want to stay with this Cara Michelangelo battle because it's going to get feisty.
There's a bit more in this. Yeah, I think there's more than just position in this right now.
It's going to get feisty. If you was Michael, how would you feel?
From my point of view, it looked like Cara tangled with Michael. Judging the way they went off track,
yeah,
it looked like Cara or Michael either came across Cara or Cara went into Michael. That's what it looked like. Otherwise, they couldn't have spun to the right, you wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, in other news, Decky looks like he's making the move. Is he going to make it stick?
Down inside, surely. Neo breaks nice and late, and that's caught Decky out. Decky obviously does not want wing damage, because at this point all he can do is throw
Michael
it
around the outside. Can he make it stick?
Decky says thank you very much, and Harry coming through on Neo. Nearly outbreaks himself. Neo and Harry didn't get on, but they seem to get on now, which is good to see.
Yep.
As Neo goes very close to the wall. As we've got Michael still glued to the back of that Mercedes, like he was for the majority of this race. It's a sad way to see the title decided.
Ooh, Michael down the inside into the last corner.
Inside. Cara, at this point, I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
He is annoyed. But we have a very close battle for 6th place. I did not realise we had 3 cars in the hunt for this.
Got Mitch and Simside Danger. And isn't you said that this is Danger's debut race?
This is his first race, yeah.
I mean,
it's a very impressive debut, isn't it?
You know,
I think
P6.
he got unlucky wind damage because Maxi clouted him down the
shot.
Yeah,
that was incredible from Max.
I had a brilliant view of it.
Oh my god, that was just incredible. But yeah, I mean, for a debut, 6th place, you know, fitted in well.
Impressive.
Yep, definitely.
Come down the DRS straight. Haribo's close to the back of Neo, surely too far back to make a move. Yeah. He thinks, I will wait for the next lap as he gets right on the back of Neo. Will he think about it here? No, he won't. Killer Blue picks up a penalty. Can Harry shape the move up down into the sharp right-hander? Getting in the slipstream.
He's close enough, but I don't think he's close enough to warrant a move.
No, definitely. As we've got Mitch, excuse me, round the outside of YHYY. Can he complete the move? YHYY goes defensive, but Mitch hangs around the outside. YHYY leaves him space, but Mitch has got nowhere to go.
Yeah, good racing.
This is helping Simside Danger escape. I don't know if these drivers have penalties. I know, actually, I know
Simside... He's going to go for it down the inside. So he looks up, pushes him wide.
Contact. Oh, now goes for the cutback.
Very nice.
Say thank you, but YHYY holds him round the outside. That's impressive.
Yeah, on old tyres as well, and YHYY gets a penalty.
Gets a penalty for that. I didn't really see him go off track on my screen.
I did. He went far off track.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
As Mitch goes down the inside, surely going to squeeze him off the track here. Leaves him space, which is respectful.
YHY went wide anyway, so he gets the place done, and now can he catch Simsire? Looks like he's already, to be fair, he's right up behind him now, so...
He's obviously on the fresher Ultra Softs to his older Softs, the biggest differential in tyres you could get.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a much better run there, much better run, easy move, up into P6. And now we go back to YHY.
As if he let him through.
Yeah, now he's gonna...
bearing down on the straight.
Wow.
Wow. Simsai is not quite much of a
round
fight
the outside
there.
though.
He lifts his hand. Oh! Gets a very big kick of oversteer. Simsai struggling with the car. Maybe the pressure got to him.
Yeah.
YHYY in his 2nd season for PRL, so definitely no stranger to a bit of pressure. As Mitch takes 6th place. I think Mitch will be disappointed he could not help his teammate more.
Well, he had the chance to on the opening stint,
he did,
but he chose to pit.
That's why I was so surprised he pitted.
So, you know, as you said, he's done it before.
He is fighting for 3rd in this championship, but surely, when he saw his position and the predicament he was in, surely he thought, I'm not going to beat Neo, I might as well help my teammate. I was so surprised he pitted. It looked like he was slowing down to back up Decky, and then he pits just as Decky's behind him.
Yeah.
That might have been what Cara needed.
So in the chat, before Simside lost P6, we both said, oh, it's a great debut race in P6, and then Max goes one straight later into P8.
Yeah. It's the commentator's curse, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, but Haribo is still right behind Neo, so Haribo showing late stages of race, he has got the pace to go, and all eyes.
Haribo has more penalties. Is he going to go for it? No, nice driving from him. Neo goes a bit wide. Harry's going to go right on the back of him through here. Needs a very good exit through here as he cuts the corner, gets close enough but gets a penalty. Is he going to gamble? Down the inside, no, Neo goes defensive. Good driving from both.
So, I think that's wrapped up now.
Outside.
As we go,
get on board with Decky.
Yes, go to this man Decky. who unsurprisingly has won this race and has won the championship for season 15.
As
so congrats
wins.
to Decky. Congratulations, Decky. Commiserations to Kara in 5th, who I don't know what happened to him today. Slippy. I don't know. Wing damage or one
We can see if we can get Decky in the party.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll see if we can get Kara in. I know Kara is Spanish, but his English is also good. He might not want to come in, but we will see. He might not be in the mood, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah, and I just want to say that Haribo actually dropped to 5th place because of penalties, and Michael actually got 3rd, and Kara got 4th as he leaves the session straight away. So he's not pleased with the way things have turned out. But one man who will be is Decky, who does win this season, and yeah, I mean, definitely didn't disappoint in terms of action.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Until about, I mean, it was the whole way, but those first few laps, oh my god, talk about a workout. Jeez.
Yeah, definitely did not disappoint. I'm so glad you asked me to commentate.
Oh, wow. That was phenomenal. As Decky gets on the podium, I'm sure he'll be uploading this race. He doesn't upload many, but here we are, Harry with a nice 18 seconds of penalties. That's gonna look good on him. Where did Kara even finish? Kara retire?
Yeah, no, his car finished P4, but because he left the session, it says Valtteri Bottas. On my screen,
okay.
anyway.
How many penalties? He had 11 seconds. He had 2, 6 and a 5. But he did serve the 5, so be interesting to see if Kara talks in the chat.
Yeah. But yeah, just to wrap things up with the championship standing. Decky also got no time penalties, so that's just salt in the wounds, I think. So Decky
said he would join the party.
Okay. So
as he has had congratulations from multiple drivers.
Yeah.
Michael looks like he may be taking claim for that. Oh my god, I have no idea what's going on. Should we get Decky in the party?
Yeah.
Let me invite him.
Just looking in the chat while you invite Decky, you got Falcon who says, "Is Michael now the most hated person in PRL?" Oh, a bit of a sour subject that. Oh man, what an absolute just stunning race to commentate on, honestly. Amazing.
Okay.
As the championship winner, Decky joins the party.
Oh, yeah, Decky, you on chair?
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Great, to be honest, man. Oh, kind of a shame that Kara crashed out, but
I think you'd won it anyway because Kara had 6 seconds of penalties.
Yeah,
but
I knew his penalties. Yeah.
A few questions. First of all, when you saw him driving away in that first stint, what were you thinking? Do you think you'd lost it?
I was thinking about it, but I knew like my pace wasn't really good in the first stint, but my second stint was really good, and I knew it.
Oh, okay.
But I was really struggling at the beginning, and also in quali.
Yeah, it looks like it. You were on a phenomenal quali lap until the last sector. But anyway, when Kara came out behind you, what were you thinking then? Did you know you'd won it at that point?
To be honest, I didn't realize it. I was thinking that Kara's in front of me because I saw a Mercedes in front of me, and I can't remember the lap. But at one lap, I saw Mitch is in front of me and was like searching for Kara, and then I looked behind and was realizing that he's behind me, battling the other cars like Yaya and I don't know.
Gary. Oh, but when the key point, which we can work out, because there was a point in the race on your super soft, like you said, you were very fast. We thought Kara might have had wing damage. Maybe it was just you being faster than we thought. But when you saw Kara didn't pit, what was going through your head at that point? Did you know you had penalties? And like, did you know you'd won when you went for the 2-stop and he was on the 1-stop?
I was thinking if he's going for the 2-stop, I will win. But
okay.
I mean, you saw all the people. Like, there was high percentage of them crashing at the front, and
yeah.
I was thinking like, if I'm getting included in a crash, it could be over. So I just backed off a little and tried to not getting included in that because I knew Kara had penalties. I looked it up in the pits.
Well, fair enough. Cliffy, you got any questions for our new PRL Season 15 champion?
I mean, I think you pretty much covered everything, but Decky, how does it feel knowing that you can now relax and not worry about racing in PRL for a while, knowing that you've won the championship?
Honestly, it feels great, but I want to continue winning races, and yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
Could you give us a hint at what are you gonna? I mean, obviously you're gonna aim for the title, but do you think you'll get the title next season? Back-to-back PRL titles?
I don't really think so. I mean, you saw Kara's pace in other races, and like, a couple of drivers really improved on their pace, and I don't think I can like cruise away with it at the beginning of the season like last year.
Yeah,
so, will be quite hard.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. Cliffy, do you want to sign us off? Or...
yeah, I mean, this has been PRL, the finale. I mean, this is the first time here, and you know, I've had an incredible time. I just want to quickly thank everyone for letting me commentate.
Well, thank you for streaming and commentating.
Yeah, I mean, you know, thank you for letting me stream it and commentate it. Thank you also, Decky, and all the races that turned up tonight for putting on a very good show for me and Smithy. We were very much entertained from start to finish, but that is going to be the end of the stream and the end of this season. So again, congrats Decky to winning the championship, and let's hope next season he can potentially put on another title bid, but for now it is time to say goodbye. So we'll see you next season for season 16 in PRL.